A 15-pound cat, half domestic, half jungle cat, returned twice, 178 days in the same cage. Every file said the same thing: not suitable for most households. Then a man who had never owned a cat stopped for 11 minutes. What the camera caught at 3:14 a.m., 4 months later, made every single warning irrelevant. A 15-pound Chausie sat in the same shelter cage for 178 days, half domestic cat, half jungle cat, returned twice. Every intake form carried the same note in the margin: not suitable for most households. Then a 24-year-old man who had never owned a cat, had no intention of starting, and had walked into the shelter specifically to drop off donated food, signed the papers in 11 minutes. And what the camera captured inside his apartment at 3:14 a.m., 4 months later, made every single warning irrelevant. Marcus Webb was 24 years old, a software developer, working remotely from a one-bedroom apartment in Austin, Texas. He had a standing desk he had used for 11 days before reverting to the couch, a coffee machine he treated with more consistent care than most things in his life, and a general understanding that he was fine. Not happy in any loud way, just fine. Quiet, contained, the kind of fine that stops feeling like a choice and starts feeling like a habit. He had gone to Clearwater Rescue on a Tuesday afternoon to drop off 3 boxes of food his company had collected during a charity drive. He was not staying. He had a 4 p.m. call. But when the volunteer asked if he wanted to see the cats, he said yes in the way people say yes to things they don't expect to matter. He found the Chausie at the end of the second row. The cat was not hiding. He was sitting in the center of the cage, completely still, watching Marcus with the focused, unhurried attention of something that had decided exactly how it felt about him and was simply waiting for him to catch up. His coat was the color of raw copper, ticked with dark stripes, and his ears were enormous and angular, edged with tufts that made him look less like a domestic animal and more like something that belonged in a river delta somewhere in Southeast Asia. The intake card read, "Atlas, 15 pounds, 3 years old, returned twice. First return, too active. Second return, too demanding." The shelter coordinator, a man named Greg, walked over and was direct. "He's half jungle cat. Chausies bond hard with one person and ignore everyone else. He'll follow you into every room, insert himself into everything you do, and if you work from home, no laptop is safe. 2 families tried. Neither made it past 6 weeks." Marcus looked at Atlas. Atlas looked at Marcus with the expression of a cat who had been assessed by many people and had developed his own assessments in return. Marcus signed the papers. The first week dismantled everything Marcus thought he understood about living alone. Atlas claimed the glass coffee table within the first hour and installed himself directly on the laptop with a posture that made the concept of shared workspace seem naive. He watched Marcus's water glass fall on day 2 without reacting, then sat in the spill. He had also established by the end of day 1 that bathroom doors did not close. Marcus tried once. Atlas sat outside and produced a sound somewhere between a demand and a legal ruling. He had one other rule that took a full week to understand. Every evening at exactly 6:47, Atlas would walk to Marcus's desk chair, sit directly in front of it, and stare. Not at the screen, at Marcus. The workday was finished. This was not a suggestion. Marcus started saving his files at 6:45. And then there was the litter box situation. The first time Marcus cleaned it, Atlas walked in mid-scoop, sat down in the remaining litter, and looked at him with the focused disapproval of a quality control manager who had arrived to find standards slipping badly. He sat in that box for 11 minutes, completely unbothered while Marcus worked around him. He did it every single time after that, without exception. Every single time. If you're still here but haven't subscribed yet, that honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You're gonna want to see what comes next. 3 weeks in, Marcus switched Atlas to a raw diet after 4 days of research and a call with a veterinary nutritionist. The first time he offered raw chicken, Atlas stepped forward, sniffed it for exactly 4 seconds, and took it with a precision that was genuinely unsettling. He walked to the corner of the kitchen and ate it with the composed focus of an animal who had always known this was the correct arrangement and was simply waiting for the human to figure it out. Something had shifted in the apartment that Marcus hadn't put a name to yet. The rooms felt different. The silence had a different quality. He noticed it at night mostly, the way the apartment no longer felt like it was waiting for him to leave it. He He had worked from home for 2 years. The problem with working alone is that there is no clean line between the workday and everything else. Everything blurs. The apartment stays the same, the light changes, and that's the only signal that time is passing. Marcus had developed a habit of working until 11 p.m. most nights because nothing stopped him. He had a low-grade headache most mornings he attributed to the screen and not to the silence. Atlas fixed it without asking permission. The 647 chair rule was the first adjustment. By week 4, Atlas had added a second one. After 10 p.m., the work chair was his. He would approach it, look at Marcus, and begin sitting before Marcus had fully stood. If Marcus attempted to continue past that point, Atlas placed one paw on the keyboard and sat down on it. The output was not useful, but the message was clear. Marcus started going to bed before midnight for the first time in 2 years. Then came the week that reframed everything. A project Marcus had led for 11 months was canceled in a 40-minute Thursday call. He came back from it, sat down in the living room floor, and stayed there. Atlas came in from the bedroom at a pace Marcus had never seen him use, crossed the room without hesitating, and sat directly in his lap. Not beside him, in his lap. 15 pounds of jungle cat, completely still, not making a sound. He stayed for 31 minutes. Marcus didn't ask, Atlas just knew. At 3:14 a.m. on a Wednesday in February, Marcus woke up to Atlas standing motionless at the bedroom door. Not meowing, not moving, just standing there, ears fully forward, staring down the hallway. Marcus got up. The front door was locked, but the living room window, left open 2 inches for air, was open significantly wider. Something had pushed it from outside. Atlas was standing in the doorway and he was not moving. Marcus closed and latched the window. Atlas held his position for 4 minutes. Then he walked back to the foot of the bed, turned once, and lay down. The building manager confirmed the following morning that someone had been trying windows on that floor at midnight. 3 other units on the same hallway had reported it. Marcus's was the only one where nothing came any further than a cracked window. The same cat that 2 families returned, the same 15 pounds that 2 intake forms described as not suitable for most households. He was the reason Marcus's apartment was the one they walked away from. Atlas is 4 now. He still owns the coffee table and everything on it. He still enforces 647 without negotiation. He still supervises every litter box cleaning from inside the box with the calm authority of someone who will never lower his standards. Marcus doesn't work past midnight anymore. He doesn't come home to a silent apartment. He comes home to 15 pounds of jungle cat on his laptop, waiting for him to acknowledge that the day is done and the evening belongs to them both. Not every warning about an animal is really about the animal. Sometimes it is about the life you were living before they arrived. Atlas didn't need Marcus to be a cat person. He just needed him to stand at the end of a cage row long enough to be read. Have you ever adopted an animal that completely changed how you lived? Tell me in the comments.